everyone, if you want to get inspiration, motivation, and hacks about life, career, and writing, this is the channel for you. I am ERRstories, and welcome to Life Thoughts and Inspirations TV.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Life Thoughts and Inspirations TV. I am ERR Stories, and for today's episode of Conversations with ERR Stories, we have invited Miss Symbolic Soul all the way from the US. Symbolic Soul has used her pain from the past to minister through her soulful rendition of her poems aimed at reaching out to the lost and broken souls. Graduating as Phi Theta Kappa in the Honor Society, she pursued further to obtain a degree in sociology while constructing the blueprinted format of becoming an electrifying writer, lyricist, and performer. Symbolic Soul has enchanted spectators with her libretto in church groups, nightclubs, podcasts, wireless telegraphy, and live performances. Outputting her joy in life, Symbolic Soul constructed towards healing souls by striving through the outspoken, rhythmic roar that echoed far and near, imprinting words of love. All of this she does to speak for the Lord. Without further ado, let us welcome Symbolic Soul. Hello!
Hello, how are you?
How are you? I am
I'm happy. I'm happy to be alive. I'm blessed,
There's a song about that. I'm alive, awake, enthusiastic. I'm not sure if you know that song. So glad to know that you're full of life, full of energy. So maybe we can start with our interview. So what has inspired you to write, Miss Symbolic Soul? Can you tell us about your writing journey?
What inspired me to write? Basically, I started out going to these different venues and stuff, and I saw these poets, and I just saw how they, spoke their truth and just spoke raw and everything like that. And so I said, I used to go with my friends. So one day I was just like, I told her, I said, I can do that, right? And then so I wrote my first poem, and when I wrote my first poem, I was able to talk about the pain from my childhood. It was called Wounded Soul. My first poem was called Wounded Soul, Wounded Child, I'm sorry. So when I wrote that poem, I was just like, these words just came to me. So, God is the one that inspires me. He gives me these messages, and I just speak them out for him, basically.
Wow, okay. So you've mentioned about that day when you started writing that poem and you told yourself, I can do that as well. But how was the journey like from that day you've experienced that up to the time that you finally released your own book?
Oh, the journey.
Yes, the writing journey.
Yeah, so my book came out on November the 7th this year. My book was supposed to come out last year on my birthday. I guess God had a different plan, but who am I to question God, So if he says it's supposed to go that way, it went that way. And God put these people in my life to be able to, strengthen me and encourage me and motivate me and inspire me to basically, told me, you can write this book. Don't you give up on this book. And so I was just like, all right, God, you send me these messages and these people, so I can't do nothing but listen, basically.
Yeah. All right. So can you tell us about your writing style?
My writing style, I write like in the story format. Like I feel like I'm not like the average poet because I write like in a story. I like to keep people like captivated with my writing. Basically, I want to keep people engaged. So I write it like even when I'm sitting down writing, I write it, I put myself into it. And then I also think about what is going to touch other people. So what else how can I inspire other people to want to tell their story as well, basically.
Okay, so like everywhere you go, you keep a notebook with you. Is it correct? You keep a notebook or a notepad with you, and then every time you have this, like there's a message that you feel the Lord is telling you, then you get to write that story through a poem.
Actually, I write on my phone. So,
Okay.
I always got my phone with me. So if
Yeah.
I have something that I want to write, yeah, I just write it in my phone.
Ah,
It's like, because I think like when it came to writing on pen and paper, I didn't really like doing that much, right? Like I wasn't like the doodle type of person or whatever. So when I finally started writing, it's just I wrote it on my phone, and ever since then, that's how I write it. Like I just pull up my little notes and write it on my phone, and that's how it comes out.
wow. With my end, I'm more of the traditional one. So I always keep a notebook with me. So if I have
Oh,
idea there. But it's really I'm really amazed with people, like they can write anything on their phone. Just like you. Because with me, it's kinda hard to. Okay, so to all the writers out there, what type of a writer are you? Are you the one who write using your notebook, or you can do it using your phone? So let us know with the comment section later on. Okay, so now, what are your tips to aspiring writers who would like,
uh,
start writing?
my tip is to just start. Everybody has a story, and I feel like if more people start telling their story, more people can heal. There's a lot of hurting people in this world, so if we start using our story, we would learn how to heal from it, and we can heal ourselves as well as others. Just tell your story. Just start somewhere. Don't let fear hold you back. Just start.
Correct. Yeah, I agree with you. Actually, writing is a therapy, right? So, the more we write, the more we release that emotion in us. Correct. And also, like what you said, we get to inspire also other people through our own story. There. Do you have
Yes.
any writing motto that you live by?
The writing motto. I really don't. I just let God lead me. So God give me these messages, and basically I just do it. I just write it. It comes to me. I write about anything, any and everything. If I feel like it's gonna heal somebody or heal myself or whatever, I write about it. Basically.
Okay. All right. So now let's talk about your book. You've mentioned earlier you recently just published this
Oh
book.
yes, my book.
Okay.
Yes, my
Oh, you have a copy of your book over there. I'm so happy to see that. Okay. So tell us more about this book. What's the story behind that?
All
And
right.
your
So this
book
book,
matches my outfit.
red. Red is my favorite color. So,
Okay.
so basically, this book, like I said, it all came from God. It started where I had to learn how to be obedient to God. So once I learned how to be obedient to Him, like I say, He started leading me to all these different places, and all these different people spoke life into my life, and they encouraged me. Like I say, so then I couldn't find the time to write this book. So God told me one day, He says, go to a motel, right? And for a weekend, shut your phone off and just you and me. So I did that. I went to the motel for the weekend, shut my phone off. I had nothing, I had a blank page. I had some poems and I had a blank page, and I got on the computer. God gave me the format of this book and told me the title and everything, and the subtitles and everything. This whole book just came from God. It's messages from God, and that's why I just want people to read the book and heal and learn. Just start the healing process, basically.
Wow. Maybe you can share a sample of your poem and read it to our viewers out there. Is that fine?
Sure.
Wow. Are there more than 100 poems in there?
There's quotes and poems, so
Uh-huh.
there's more than like maybe 80, more than 80 of them.
All right.
And so it consists of quotes and poems. And after each section, I have a part where it's Bare Your Soul, if you can see it.
Yeah.
Can you see? Oh no. Okay. Yeah. So I have the part that say Bare Your Soul. So this is the part where people, you read the poem and then you reflect on it on the next page. You reflect on how the poem made you feel and start becoming a writer. Like I say, start telling your story. And then who knows who you can help with by telling your story, basically.
Wow. Okay. So let's hear it, guys, from Symbolic Soul.
All right, so the one that I'm going to read is called Becoming the Best Version of Me. All right. You're looking at one of God's masterpieces. Witness me as I wholeheartedly speak my truth to you. Through every unforeseen circumstance, obstacles, and roadblocks, I was protected by a force that I never knew. At times, I didn't understand his plan, and I questioned my value. Many times, the right decisions weren't made. Then before long, procrastination became an impossible addiction to shake. After that, I slowly saw my future fade away. Day after day, depression began to pave the way. Thoughts of doubt engaged my fears. Eventually, they congregated and left me still. The determined pair turned my life into major despair. I lost all hope, then suddenly, a hardened heart just appeared. After soul searching, I decided to shift gears. Then God appears and he tells me to follow him. So I let go of my doubt and face my fears. I tried everything else, so why not put my trust in him? Truth was revealed and it took me out like an ibuprofen pill. I began to see the light in the unconditional love that my sovereign God could give. Forgiveness then becomes a part of me. God's truth told me to let go of all my bitterness if I want the recipe to succeed. Eventually, my thoughts and dreams transform into reality. Guided by the Spirit, I drifted into something extraordinary. All my enemies can't see me, and that makes it hard for them to try to comfort me. Confidently, I break down walls and climb over all obstacles in my way. God helped me break away from all the dismay, and he turned my gray skies into brighter days. No longer standing in my own way, I could truly say I've been redeemed by his mercy and grace. Now I live a blessed life because I made the decision to walk his way. All the unhealthy labels and negative self-fulfilling prophecies has been tossed away. Because of his love, I've been truly remade. I found a new identity and all my mistakes have been erased. The best version of me is now underway. Hey.
Wow, perfect. And I'm not sure if you could hear it, but while you are reading the poem, can you hear the dog crying out? So it's like I'm not sure if the dog if the dog has understood also the poem, and it touched the dog's heart as well. So shout out to all the dog lovers out there. Hello there. Yeah. But in reality, your poem has reminded me about Amazing Grace. You know that song? Amazing Grace. And when you said that, the Lord is really molding us into becoming a better person every day, right? And it's really just the grace. And thank you for that reading. I hope I could get to read also your poem, maybe like my own interpretation. And then, someday get to perform together with you. Why not, if God willing?
Right.
So, yeah, let's talk about your future plans.
My future plans.
About the book.
I plan on starting a podcast. I do want to have I'm working on that, having a women's ministry, women's conference, empowerment conference. I'm just wherever God leads me, that's where I'm going. Basically, I don't really want to just have a 5-year plan or anything like that, because if I do that, I would have to strive to keep it and keep those goals and reach those goals. But if I just walk by faith every day and let God guide me, whoo, the possibilities are endless, and that's where I'm at.
Correct. That's right. Because, we have our plan, but God has bigger plans than our plan. I
Right.
definitely agree with you. But podcast is sure an exciting thing. Like you get to read the poem, your written poem, your own composition at the same time. Um, Tell us something about motivation, inspiration, and the like. So that sure is an exciting thing. We will be watching out for that podcast. Yeah. So before we end, do you have any other messages that you wish to share to our
Uh,
viewers? Any other
yes,
message? Mm-mm.
I would say, like I said earlier, start somewhere. Don't let fear hold you back. Basically, God, there's a purpose. We all have a purpose on this earth. And once you find out your purpose, that's a beautiful thing. So just start exploring, do some soul searching, do some self-care, do anything, to keep your peace and to just, start walking in faith every day and believing. All you have to do is believe. Whatever you believe in, it's gonna happen, basically.
All right. Thank you. Now, before we end, you can feel free to invite our viewers to get a copy of your book. How will they get in touch with you?
Oh yes, you guys can order my book on www.symbolicsoul77.com. That's once again symbolicsoul77.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at Symbolic Soul 77, and on Facebook as well. I'm Symbolic Soul 77. Also on my government name is Aisha Chantel Ward on Facebook. There I post daily messages, motivate, uplift, inspire. So it's a very encouraging page. Basically, I created it just to encourage and inspire and motivate people, to keep going. Life is beautiful. Let's love it. Let's enjoy those 24 hours that we get. We made God's wake up call list, so let's enjoy it. Let's be happy.
Yeah, I agree with that. 24, one thing that we're all equal is we have 24 hours, right? So let's find something about in that 24 hours. Enjoy the gift of life, as you said, right? This has
Yes,
been
the
very
gifts of life.
inspiring interview. Guys, you can go check out her social media accounts. I'll be posting them down at the description of this video. And like what she said, I follow your postings on your personal FB, and I'm really happy that you get to touch a lot of lives of those people who bought your book. If you'd see that, guys, will be very excited to read more. So this has been ERR Stories, and with me is Symbolic Soul 77.
.com. Yes, that's where you can find my book at symbolicsoul77.com.
There's SymbolicSoul77.com. So yeah, we'll be posting more about this healing souls and additional projects in the future. So we will keep you posted there. So start writing from somewhere. Start writing your own story. This has been ERR Stories, and with me, Symbolic Soul, all the way from the US, guys. It's 2 in the morning as we do this interview, and it's 4 here in the Philippines. And I'm so grateful that, you've shared your time with us. Thank you so much again, Symbolic Soul.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. I never would have thought that I would be doing an interview in the Philippines. So, Mama, I made it. I'm worldwide now. International, baby.
International, yes. Thank you so much again, Symbolic Soul. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. God bless you all. Bye.
Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to your friends. And yes, always remember Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Bye-bye!